best quality for our, I would say, device or anything. Now, like in most of the organizations, okay, they typically, identify TQM with the behaviors out there, how your employees are behaving, how your products are behaving. Is there any, like, are they behaving up to the mark? Okay, so that's how you can do it. Then it's like TQM is simplest. The model of TQM is like you need to have customer focus, and you will only focus on what's customer needs. Then you'll plan it accordingly. You'll involve everyone in this team and train everyone. Just you need to manage everything when it comes to TQM. You need to see that, okay, from start, from our employee to our managers, everyone is satisfied and everyone is working towards the goal, and they are not only working, they are working it with to achieve quality over there.
Mhm.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, moving to our next, the Six Sigma. So this is also one of methodology, okay, wherein there are six terms we'll be seeing in for like further basis. So this is a business management strategy. Originally it was developed by Motorola, but it's still used to ensure your quality out there. So it seeks to improve the quality of processes, outputs, and identifying and removing the causes of defects. And I would say you continuously do this, okay, to create a like special infrastructure of people within an organization. Then you hire some experts as well. They who like they have some strategies built for your qualities to check in whether you are dealing with quality, whether you are going in the right direction or not. Now, yeah, so now in Six Sigma, you need to have your continuous efforts, okay, to achieve your stable and predictable processes out there. You'll manage your business processor that should have like that should be measured and analyzed as well. Okay, you will measure everything, you'll analyze everything, and then you will go into like how you can more, improve your quality out there.
Mhm.
Now, in Sigma, let's see what all are the, I would say, methodologies here. So it's first is DMAIC, which is define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Now, it's more of data driven. Now, what's data driven? You collect all of the information, okay, and then through that data, you analyze it. Okay, you just like risks also, you define, okay, these are the risks, then you define, you measure it, prioritize it, and everything. So here also the same way, uh, you'll define how much your quality is, okay, and you'll measure till now. Okay, till now we have achieved, for example, on a rate we have achieved 7. So how will it proceed further? So this is how a DMIC, a overall approach, I would say. Then DMADV, it deals with for designing of products. Okay, now this deals with more of, I would say, improve an existing product if you want to improve your existing product. And this is basically dealing with your designing part. So if whenever you're developing a medical device, right, they first design things. Okay, you design your I would say skeleton and everything, you plan everything, and then you go forward with it.
Mhm.
So this is how the DMA like works in, wherein you have to design everything. So again, you define, measure, analyze, but you design here. You do not improve something. You first design and then verify its design, and then you move forward with it.
Okay.
Now, yeah. So yeah, this was like for if you are working on an existing product, you can use DMAIC, and if you are developing something newly, you can go for DMADV for designing.
Okay, so it means for when we design something for from the beginning, it means that we can use the MADV, and
Yes.
then when we will like improve the product, we will move with the MAIC.
I
Yeah.
Yes, very correct.
Okay.
So yeah, and now in auditing also, okay, in auditing you will according to this. For example, you're auditing an existing system. Okay, the system has been developed and it was existing from way before, and now you are performing an audit for an existing system. In that case, you can prepare according to these Six Sigma. Like you need to define. Now, in define, you will see who your customer is. You will firstly, as an auditor, you will assess, okay, the customer requirement is this, and let's see what now they have built. So you will define the gap between these as well. So you'll ask these questions to them. Okay,
Mhm.
so to them, or you can just analyze yourself also. Then you need to, what do you need to work, like do your work with your suppliers. So if they are having, if the company you're auditing for has any third party suppliers, so what are those, are they following some practices or not? So that also, the third parties also need to be audited. If it in your scope, you need to, and if they're not, then you can just skip on them. So before auditing, you should focus on what's your scope as well.
Mhm.
Now, yeah, what are the key characteristics? So you'll define everything. You'll see, okay, this is the product. You'll know everything about the product. Then you'll measure it. You'll, for example, according to the customer needs, if there is any gap, you will map that as well. You'll note it down. Then you'll map the processes. Then you'll measure its accuracy. For example, the standard rating should be 8, but the existing system has only 7. So why is it so? Then you will
Mhm.
make sure that how we can analyze it further as well. So why is it so comes into analyzing part. Then you will analyze, okay, why this is because of this issue, this has done, then how it can be resolved. You will work into improve process, and then you'll control all your, if you have, once you have laid down your plan to improve your system, and in auditing you'll see how are they improving their system, right?
Mhm.
Are they working, and how are they working to improve their medical devices further? Then control, are they, for example, are they working to improve, or how are they controlling things? Are they implementing any of the control plans? Are they documenting everything? So this is all you will check when it comes to, uh, you know, um, I would say when it comes to the auditing part from your
Okay.
side.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. So this is like more in detail. Then we have also DMADV as well. Now, what's for DMADV? You'll define, you'll measure, analyze, and then design. Okay. Now, in this, what we do, uh, in this, customers will involve much because here you're developing something, right? You do not have any existing
Yes.
outside hold of it. So you'll more know about the customer, and you will see, okay, is this design suits the best? Okay, so the three will be remaining same, like the define, measure, and analyze. But you'll see now about the design. You'll audit their designs. How are they proceeding? Then is the design authorized by a personal or not in their company? Then
Mhm.
is it according to the standards of ISO or not? So this all will be, you will be auditing in designing phase, and then you'll verify that, okay, the same thing, like if it will be acceptable by the customers, and is it up to the mark according to the customer's needs. So you will audit these things. Then moving forward with lean. Now, what's lean? It's this is also principle, like it's more from a Japanese manufacturing industry. Now here, lean manufacturing, or when we speak of lean enterprises, it oftenly, like it's simply as a production practice that considers the expenditure of resources for any goals other than creation of value for the end customer. Now whatever you are expensing it, it should be like they are assessing everything based on your expenditure. And for example, your expenses are 50%, okay,
Mhm.
but the result for your customer is less than that. So that's how you will then measure it more. Sorry, just a second. as you can see, like it's reciprocal, I would say direct ratio here. If you are reducing your defects and everything and your cost, you'll have improvements in some other as well. Okay, right? For example, I'm reducing my expenses. So why my expenses are been reduced? Because I have improved my, for example, management, or I've improved my, I would say, quality, and I'm managing everything. So I'm not like, it's not costing me more now.
Yeah.
Let's go into more detail. Now, these are the 5 steps, okay, when you speak of lean. So it's a 5 step thought process, okay? It's just a thought process, and that thought, if you move forward, you will achieve your quality. So first is identify the value. Now, it just means that what the end customer wants, okay, and you'll just note down, okay, this is the our customer requirements. Then you'll map the value stream. You'll identify all the steps in value stream for, like, for each product family. You'll eliminate, like whenever possible, you eliminate the extra things that are not, not required by us. In this terms, we say they are not valuable for us. Then after mapping, okay, from this product, this is the customer's requirement. Then you'll create a flow. Okay, so the customers will pull a value from the next upstream activity. For example, if in this you have mapped, okay, then let's say you'll create something, and then you'll take the customer's feedback also in it, and then you will go for an, I would say, customer, like you can go for the development further. So this, and then when you improve in the improvement stage, okay, once you have developed it, it's your job to now improve it as well. So you'll seek for perfection. You, if you're, for example, if your quality in a scale of 10 is, I would say, 8, you will seek for 9, and eventually 10. You make your product perfect there.
Mhm.
Yes, and another one, like for quality assurance and everything, we have Kaizen as well. Now it's more of, I would say, customer oriented, and like it's basically deals with teamwork and everything stuff. It's also a philosophy of practice that you can follow in your organization when you are building any device. Okay, so how you would go with it. These are some of the, like, we are dealing with some of the basics and generic things here. In this we have our 5 elements as well. We have teamwork, then personal discipline. So these are all the, I would say, officially starting with our ISO 13485, okay, for quality management systems. Now, this is just introduction slide. Okay, now before moving forward, as in this will be dealing with some of the audit terms. There are requirements, then for example, non-conformities, and everything. And even when, like, I would say, if you're dealing with as you are working as a quality like engineer in one of in your company since 3 years, so it's like it will be very beneficial for you to audit it as well. Okay, like you can help your company to demonstrate that okay, they have a commitment to quality and safety. If you want to ensure whether your product is meeting regulatory requirements, and these are made just for the purpose that your device is safe. The whatever you're developing, it's safe for the, I would say, rest of our humans.
Yeah.
And okay, so that, like, every customers out there, they can trust your, I would say, product that you are building. So yeah, ISO now 13485 works on that only. It will, in this will be learning how you can conduct, I would say, audit for medical devices, and how we move on forward. What are the techniques that we used once we're auditing? We need to ask questions as well. We need to prepare some requirements for it. So everything will be learning in this session through this training.
Okay.
Okay. Now, before moving forward with the, like, actual content, let's have a small round of quiz. Okay, so that I know, like I can have an idea how much you know about it, like which level you're on, so that I can prepare and train you like that way. Is it
Okay.
fine?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, so this is the link to the quiz.
Yes, it's the link.
Where
And you
am
have,
I supposed to copy paste in the browser?
yes, you can copy paste into your browser.
Okay, nice. Okay. Here.
And you have your class code as well in the chat. You can just first put your name, and you can even select one of the name from the belows.
Okay. Enter first name and last name. Should I create one?
Yes, you can create.
Sure.
Just click on it. Okay,
Okay.
we'll go with ISO. Yeah, 13485. Yeah, here you go. You can just start it.
Okay, nice. What is the primary purpose of ISO 13485? Certified software, established standard. Okay.
Correct. Good. So you have cleared your first question. All the best ahead of you.
Which of the following is the key requirements of ISO marketing strategy, documentation procedure for managing design? Employee. Whoa. This one?
Cool.
Which document is essential for maintaining compliance with business best management quality manual? Can be certified, involved in the design of manual game, and any type. Oh no, this one.
Yes, I guess like you're quite, I would say, better on this, so that I'm seeing that we can, I guess we can complete it within 3 days, 3 days of training very quickly.
Yeah. What does the QMS in ISO stand for? Qualified Manager Device Manufacturing Center. Yeah. Easy. Which is the key benefit of implementing already on the gun, purchasing, okay, improve customer service. Which laws focus on management responsibility? Oh my God. I think it's clause 5, but oh yeah.
Correct.
What does
Did you
the
know
term?
or just guessed it?
I was like, wow, should I know by heart every clauses of the ISO?
Yeah, but when you're going for audit, it's like you should know you have your Excel sheet also when it comes to audit, so don't worry.
Yeah.
So you do not need to buy heart like everything.
Respond and refer to in the employee training, reducing costs, save marketing, systemic identification and control. Okay. What is the primary focus on internal audit requirements? Okay. Which of the following is not a focus area of ISO? Device safety and veterinary regulatory compliance, environmental. I think it's this one, yeah. Which document serves as a key reference for terminology related to the quality management system organization? Oh! Which serve as a key reference for terminology related to the quality management system in medical device. Have another try. Oh, Oh, let me think. In medical device organizations. Uh-huh.
You can think of like a series. Yeah, that one. The 9001. Let's see.
9,001? But here, oh, yeah, I think it's 9,000. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh,
The, yeah, it's the
oh,
like
okay.
the series for medical. Then we have 9001 and further on.
Yeah. Okay. What principles should organization involved in a medical device adopt to ensure effective risk management? Uh, time-based, cost-based, risk-based. Oh, is it a risk-based approach? I think it's risk-based, yeah. Which clauses in the medical device regulatory framework discuss normative reference and definitions specific to the industry? Oh my God.
And you can have clauses here.
I think
Just
it's 2 and
yeah,
3, no?
just
Let's
make a
see.
guess. Let's
Oh,
see.
yeah. What is the primary focus of legal and regulatory requirements for organization developing medical device? Primary focus of legal and regulatory requirements. Maximizing profit, reducing burden, increase market share, ensuring safety. Which terminology is used to describe a systemic approach to the quality management throughout the lifetime? Product life cycle, process improvement, manufacturing. Which terminology is used to describe a systematic approach to the management of quality management system? What type of document is essential for medical device organization to demonstrate compliance with regulatory requirements? Technical file.
Good. Like this was something I would say a bit tricky one. Good job.
Significant. What is the significance of risk-based approach? They prioritize resource allocation. They focus slowly. No, they reduce scope. They eliminate. They reduce cost. No, they focus solely on production speed. This one. Which ISO standard is specifically tailored for medical? So yeah, this one. No, I hope. Yeah. What is the primary purpose of including normative reference in medical device regulatory requirements? Okay, to provide a basis for understanding requirement and best practices. To list technology, to outline organizational structure. To provide. No. That's. Oh my God. Is it for to define marketing strategy or to outline organizational structure?
I prefer okay. Yeah, I would also guess that only. Then okay. It can provide you a basic understanding of requirements and best practices. Let's see. Yeah.
To provide a basis for understanding requirements. Yeah.
Material. they are something like normalized by some systems. So how we can just use it.
Okay, nice. What key concepts should organization implement a quality management focused on to mitigate potential hazard? Risk. What is a key document that outlines the organization quality policy and objective in the quality management system? This one. Which document is specifically used to maintain product-specific information and is crucial for compliance? To maintain product-specific information. Okay, that's fine. What is the primary purpose of controlling document and record in a quality management system? To ensure document accurate and accessible. Okay. This one. What is the importance of documented procedure in quality management? They provide consistent emphasis and action. They only there are this one. What should a quality manual typically include in quality management system? Financial system, no. Marketing, no. This one. Which requirement is essential for ensuring that all documents is in the quality management are properly managed? Document control. What is the role of records in a quality management system? Document control, to keep track, to provide evidence of conformity. Yes. Which of the following best describe the purpose of a quality management system? To ensure consistent quality of manual. Yes. What is meant by documented procedure in the context of quality management? Formalized instruction for processing and writing guidelines share. It is a key benefit of maintaining a quality manual. Focused on me, it serves as a reference point for okay. What is the primary focus of effective management commitments? Customer satisfaction. Is it this management commitment? Yes. What does a quality policy typically outline? This one. What is a key input in a management review? Okay. So office supply inventory, employee.
Okay, so everything we are doing for like customer only here.
What is the essential aspect of the organizational role and responsibility? Budget goal, team building, clear communication to this. Essential aspect of organization roles and responsibilities. Oh my god, I don't see. So it is not budget cost, team building exercises maybe, or no clear communication of duties maybe.
Take a shot. Let's see.
Let's see. Which of the following best describe customer focus in management? Increase or no? prioritize the customer need and expectation, reduces cost, focusing solely this one. What is typically included in the output of the management review, action, and improvement? What is the purpose of setting quality objectives within management? Establish target. Yes. What role does management commitment play in an organization's quality management system? Resource allocation for quality initiative training customer. QMS. It is an important factor in maintaining customer-focused management activities. Please. Regulatory evaluating customer satisfaction. I think it's this one. What is the main benefit having well-defined organizational? Higher employee, increase and accountability. Nice.
Okay, so you have like successfully completed and it was like outstanding. Now I can see that, okay, so I have to like start with the, I would say like, have to be in the advanced section for you. Okay, so I'll just be a little fast when it's to basics and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, since our goal is to like mostly complete it in 3 days. This training will be for 3 days, 8 hours. I'll explain you everything in detail now. So
Okay.
you can stop sharing your screen and let
Okay.
me share my screen. Yeah. Okay, firstly, let's go to our PCB website, right? So now this is at the end, you'll be giving, like you'll be getting your certifications from the PCB authority. Now it's the authority, okay, and they provide certification across like ISO and then other trainings and certification as well. We have your foundational, the lead implementer as well, and auditor as well. So now, currently we are into our lead auditor stage, right? So now, what in this you can just take an overview and you can you learn how to develop a necessary expertise to perform a medical device quality management system audit. Okay, so as said, like as you are developing a new, I would say, medical device, so to audit that, this will help you. Okay, it will know about what are the techniques and everything.
Okay.
Now, why
Nice.
you should attend? Yeah, any questions?
No, for the moment, no.
Okay. Yeah. So now, why should you attend? But obvious to learn about auditing, and if you are someone into medical industry and in the manufacturing of it, dealing with devices. So in this, you can have your practical exercises. You can have role plays also. We'll conduct an activities. Various activities are also, as it's like basically when we go for learning, it's more of theoretical and everything, but you get to your experience and your interest will build on some scenarios. Okay, so we'll keep it more practically rather than theory. So we'll do some activities and then we'll discuss upon that, how in real world scenario when we go for how we do the discussions. Through that we'll be learning, not just theoretically. Okay.
Okay.
Then yeah, we should attend. Managers and consultants seeking to master I would say MDQMS audit process, then individuals are also welcome. Basically, if you're interested in medical devices, quality management audits. So quality management is nothing but we check about quality, right? And it's, as you say in the MCQs also, everything was about customers in the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Your device should be acceptable by your customer. The customer should like it, and then like it should be up to the marks that you don't face any legal I'd say challenges or consequences also in the future. So this just combines everything and gives you a proper flow and framework. Okay, ISO 13485. So in this, everything is written down how you can, go and audit any of the, I would say, medical devices. Now, educational approach, as I said earlier as well, will follow both theory and practices, then some of the activities as well. Now, yeah, the course agenda is nothing but so this is a like day 5, but we'll plan to complete in 3 days only since we are having our 8 hours session. So we'll have like for 3 days we'll have our 8 hour session in which we'll be completing everything about ISO 13485.
Okay.
Okay. Now, since you are already working in it, and I saw your knowledge is like up to the mark, like above the basic level, I would say in auditing and medical devices. So I'm sure that we can complete it.
Okay, nice.
Then, as part of examination, we have 7 domains in this. Okay, so whatever questions and everything will be around these 7 domains. We'll see about these domains as well.
Mhm.
So now we have like first domain is just for the fundamental principles and everything. So we'll see if we can cover the fundamental in like 1.5 hour. Then we will go to medical device quality management system. What are the quality management system? How you do an audit? What all are the terms and parameters that are required? Then yeah, we have fundamental audit concepts and principles. For example, you should be clear and concise, okay, when you're documenting your report. So in audit, simultaneously we are doing documentation processes as well, right?
Mhm.
So you need to document everything, note down everything. Okay, this is there, this is not there. So
Yes,
all of
good.
it. Some of the like this is like I would say overview of just for an audit, okay? And then in domain 4, we'll start like we'll see how we can prepare for an audit, then actually conduct an audit. We'll have some playbooks as well. Playbooks are nothing but we have your Excel sheets and everything, and then will act as if you're an auditor and I'm an like the company employee, so you can have a mock up there how to conduct an audit.
Okay,
Then
nice.
lastly, we'll have like in domain 6, we have closing. So while closing, what all things you need to mention or like after like if you're requested for some information, then suppose in 1 month or 1 week, you should be getting it. So if you have not, so how to write it in your report, that's all closing statements we'll see. Then yeah, if you have learned everything, now how to manage it. Okay, since we have planning, schedulings, all of the timely things we'll be learning in domain 7.
Okay.
Now, speaking of certification, so yeah, when we start from a beginner, like we have this certification and then we have our lead auditor, okay, which requires almost 5 years of experience
Mhm.
and 2 years of work experience. I guess you have it right now.
Yeah.
So that's then it's true. So we can like move in forward with lead auditor. Then yeah. So these are some of the, I would say, some of the activities suggested by them. Okay, while training, we'll follow all these as well, and we'll see if we can go more of it as well. Okay, then these are some of the you must be knowing like certification and examination fees are also included in the training course price, and these are just like some of the details, general information. So yeah, and the exam will be for 3 hours, okay? And
Mhm.
training's time stipulated to 5 days, but as you know, like we'll complete in 3 days because our training hours are more.
Yeah.
And you can retake your exam. So are you cool with what's the like procedure for examination?
Mhm.
Okay, now we'll actually start with our main topic.
Okay.
Just a second, I'll switch my screens. Let me share my screen presentation. Yes, my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I would say we are officially starting with our content. So be ready. Okay.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Now, this is a short, like I would say, your hustle when you are an auditor. Okay. So like, I would like to like shed light on some of the my experiences as well. So you can have many challenges, okay, while auditing. For example, whenever like when I joined a new organization, I joined a new organization to do their internal audits. Okay. Now, when I went there, okay, so you need some information, right? When you're audit, okay, what was the previous audit? Any structure do you have? Then we ask some questions. We ask for documents and all of that stuff. So what if the company is not maintaining any of those? Then it's like a whole hectic procedure. Okay, they like when where I went, they only had the checkbox exercises. Like they checked everything. Okay, this is done. But what about the documents that needed to be produced by them? But they didn't have it. So it also increases the time for your audit. Okay, if the I would say the company is not responding to you, or if the company is delaying by providing you some of the documents, you can just note down into the non-conformities and observation, but you should wait. Okay, so it's not just like, okay, they said I'll send you in one day, and if they haven't, you should first do a reminder, and you should first give them 2 3 reminders, and then you can just note it down.
Mhm.
So it just extends the whole time. It's like waiting is a very big, I would say, time waste, I would say. But what we
Yeah.
can do in this scenario if they haven't prepared anything?
Okay.
Then we like, now in such cases, obviously our ISO 13485 will help us. Then 19011 for like medical. I'm only sticking to the medical devices, for instance. Okay, so these are some of the challenges you may face. Then as your role, you need to review everything. You need to review the quality manual, all of the procedures. You need to document it. Now you want to like you'll conduct interviews with your I would say with your teams. Okay, whoever in that company like whatever is the quality assurance team. Okay, then R&D team, everything. You need to first take out their interviews, and you need to ask the best question, which will give you the best answer. So
Yeah.
that's where you develop your capability for being a best auditor in coming years. So that's how you need to practice yourself. Okay, if you want to know some information, what information is for example, if I would say if you want to ask for, okay, were there any of the fluctuations or any of the errors in the devices, okay, when you did quality assurance in like past months, okay, then do you have a document for it? So this is how you channelize your questions, and you just don't negate them. Okay, you need to create a feeling like, not an integration feeling, but just like you need to give them so that they are comfortable to opening up all of the, I would say, things to you as an auditor.
Yeah. Okay.
Then yeah, you need to evaluate every design development file and observe the manufacturing processes also, verify CAPA effectiveness, everything. And then lastly, like for me, I find but since you are an auditor, you need to like document everything. Okay, you need to just
Yeah.
write down and have that big Excel sheets to fill in. So yeah, that's how, and then you get a report out of it. Then you submit. Now, like based on that, they can have their implementation. Okay, so I this much we have like covered when we visit. Yeah, just taken from that site as well. The right, we have these prerequisites for it. Okay. So officially, we are starting our day one now. Okay. So, like, are you comfortable with the timings? Like, we start from I would 9:30 at your place, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So like these 3 days from 9:30 to straight 8 hours, you'll be having your training session for 3 days, right?
Yeah.
So be ready. Like it's not easy to study 8 hours, I know, but we'll keep it more interactive and engaging so that you don't get bored.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, now there are various sections as well. Okay, in this we have section one for course, just objectives and structure. Then section two is for, I would say, standard regulatory frameworks. Then three will be seeing about certification processes. Then fundamentals of quality in medical devices, and lastly with the QMS in section five. So there will be total 5 sections. So in these sections we'll be completing our day one. Okay, in day one
Okay.
we'll be studying these.
Okay.
Now let's move on to meet and greet. I guess we have greeted ourselves earlier only. Okay. Now I'll just, so this is like in this way we'll be moving for section one has meet and greet, then general information and all of that stuff. We'll just
Yeah.
quickly move on through it. Now this has been like since our online session, so I guess we'll have some breaks as well within 1 or 1.5 hour. We'll have our 15 to 20 minutes break for a change and a refreshment. Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, and then we will have like after I would say 3 to 4 hours, we'll have our 1 hour break for like for you to have lunch and everything. So you can have your lunch in that 1 hour break, and then again we'll continue for the next 4 hours.
Okay.
And whenever you feel bored or anything, just let me know. We can have some 5 to 5 minutes short breaks in between as well.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, now moving with our objective. I guess the objectives are clear till now. Okay, and you will learn about the QMS and what's our goal and how we can correlate our QMS. Like for medical, we can correlate with ISO and its standards. Then we'll see of some of the techniques and understand what's your role in it. You need to just plan, lead, and take follow up. As I said, you need to set reminders and everything for the company as well.
Mhm.
Now, moving next, uh, training objectives. They are nothing but like, yeah, so we'll be like interpreting the requirements. Okay, so now the thing which I said, okay, you need to prepare whenever you're going for, I would say, audit. You need to first gather down the requirements of the company, and you should, list down what are things you also require when you go for auditing. Okay, what are the things you require? Suppose there are some documents and everything, we will make a list of it.
Mhm.
Now, then further, yeah, acquiring the competencies of an auditor to and how you can draft reports. These are some of the soft skills I would say. So how go through forward with these things. Then yeah, personal skills necessary for an auditor. For example, as I said, you will not behave with employees like you're interrogator them, but in a funny and more interactive way. You can just it's just how you can take out touch and more information from the company. Okay, because they are the employees of company, they'll try to hide some things, or they try to just avoid answering you. This also can happen. Okay, it happens many a times. It's your job to just take the information out.
Yeah.
Okay. Educational approach. Yeah, obviously, like I'm your trainer, I'll be giving you some exercises, and we'll have activities, discussions, and everything. Okay, so that you can have a more of a practical approach to this course, better to practice. Now, these are some of the like best practices. Right, best practices, I would say, some works and some guidelines given by I1 for audit principle, program management. So when a principle, you say a basic one, like okay, if you're going, you need to prepare your requirements and stuff. Then you need to prepare share for each of your day. You need to prepare your timelines. So everything is the guidelines. So
Okay.
these are some of the, like, you have International Federation of Accounts as well. It's like a world accounting organization. Now, when you're dealing with some of the financial records or any of the, accounting things, you can the insurance and everything. Okay, you have medical devices also. You have insurance for it. Just check out these well. Then yeah, these are the more. It's not just guidelines, and I would say you need to become in general. Okay, in general, if you are focused on being an auditor, you can follow these best practices. I would say done or written by his authorities. Then moving forward, okay. Now these are your 7 domains discussed it earlier as well. Okay.
Mhm.
Now I'll move forward. Yes. So now your ultimate goal is to be a ISO certified, like PCB certified ISO 13485 lead auditor. This is your goal. So to reach to this goal, you need to first pass the exam. Then I guess these prerequisites are already covered. Then we'll have our audit activities. So in, like, after passing the exam, I would say you can become obviously the lead auditor.
Okay.
So from now on, all the best for your exam in advance. Now this is how your certificate will look like. Okay.
Okay.
So just I would see your name here. This instead
Yeah.
of okay. Now let's understand what's PCB. So it's PCB is a certification body. Okay. I would say for persons, management systems, and even for products out there. Since we are dealing with devices, so it will be in the product. So it's a certification body. Okay, and qualifications, then trainings also, and some guide materials so that you can be authorized by them to perform an ISO audits in the company. So
Okay.
the main purpose is like is to develop and promote professional standards for certification, and develop the standards, and then so that the companies can follow it to reach their goal. So yeah, so this is just a strong introduction about the PCB, our certification board. Okay, now why auditor? Okay, uh, but yes, if you're not certified, doing okay, I want to have been assigned to audit your. They'll ask for certification. How will they trust, right? So
Yes.
yeah, this is very important. Okay? They trust the, like, most of the they trust PECB because they have also audited themselves. Okay, they prove themselves, and if they are auditing you, okay, that's fine. You qualify yourself to conduct audits, then you have recognition. You are an auditor. That's your, you can add in your experience and in your, like, bios and everything. Then earn money, okay, to earn salaries. So that's the government why we study, why we do for work. Okay, so you can hack in your salaries as well.
Okay.
So now, I would say customer service. Now, why we are learning about this is like, okay, if you have any of the questions or complaints, it's a small procedure. I would say it's a big procedure, but you can follow these. Okay, you need to submit a complaint. If you have any complaint, then they'll answer in writing. Then you can do appeal, and yeah, these are like some of the steps if you have complaints on the PCB. Moving forward quickly, we have much things ahead. Okay, yeah. So these is our schedule, but we'll club them. Okay, we'll see how we can forward. How what's your capability to guess in 3 days? I said. Any questions so far?
For the moment, no, it's clear.
Yeah. So we are like from we are introduction only. Now we officially start with our ISO. Okay, standard. This is our section 2. Okay, for standard and regulatory frameworks, we'll learn what is ISO fundamentals.
Okay.
Now moving to ISO. Okay, so like, do you have any idea of ISO?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's why I asked.
I think yeah, but yeah, if I have any question, I think I will let you know because yeah, I I know, but sometimes it's like, for example, I have difficulties to understand ISO, like ISO in general, and when it is harmonized, what it means.
Okay, let me light on that.
Okay.
Now, yeah. So, moving towards like from the history as well, it was in 1946. Some delegates from 25 countries met in London and it decided to have a organization, I would say, and that was ISO. Now, it's International Standard Organization, okay, and it's a non-governmental organization, okay.
Mhm.
It's like still it, okay, it's a non-government. I would say it's private and uh, yeah, so that, and then it holds a special position between the public sector and the private sector, okay. So its members are more of public as well and private as well. They are working in it, and they come up with they conduct meetings and then come up with some standards that a company must follow, so that the company can satisfy its customers, be recognized and be trusted by, okay, in the public area. Now, the main role of ISO is to facilitate international coordination and standardization of industrial standards, so that we can reach our objectives. So your product is fine, good, and you can have more profits from that product as well. So these are some of the, like, I would say, just our organization that have developed some standards. Okay. Now moving on to basic principles. Okay. Now
Mhm.
in ISO standards, we make sure, why are we doing our audits and all, to make sure there's a fairness in our approach, in our product, and in our overall, I would say, company. So yeah, first is equal representation. So like one vote, per country. So whenever you are developing, or in ISO they are developing something, a standard or that, so every country should be agreeing on it, okay, so it's in harmony, you can agree, okay, this standard, or these are the clauses that we can put, and it's been agreed, and then only it's been incorporated into a standard. Then we have more. So now ISO does not have the authority to force adoption of its standard, okay. Now you cannot force a company to, okay, it's compulsory to be an or this ISO, you know
Yeah.
certified. It's not compulsory, and they can't force it as well. But since ISO is now more trusted because of their strict guidelines and audits, I would say, so majorly companies prefer them to have customer trust, to build a trust and to build a place in the market.
Mhm.
Then we have business orientation, like ISO only develops standards for which a market demand exists. Now, if, for example, it's basically evolving, okay? Whenever there's a new need, for example, now you have ISO for cybersecurity companies as well, and then others also will see later on. But for example, if there's something emerging in future, for example, AI related things, so they can have ISO standard on that. It's basically like it keeps updating. Then we have consensus approach, the international cooperation. So it's just like a basic about ISO. Let me finish this. We'll move it to our, now these are seven most important. This is what it is when you go for becoming an. Now our leadership, okay, as I said, if you are a lead auditor, you are leading something, like you're leading the whole audit there, so you should have a good leadership qualities, engagement of people. Now why? Because you are here dealing with people, more of like, whether you're, or auditing your medical devices, but who will give you information about that? The people, they are working there, the people that are there. So it's very much important so that you engage with people, okay, and you have good relations with them, and so that you can get more and more information so that you can find many non-conformatives there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you need to follow a process like approach, then you can improve it. Also evidence-based decision making. Now you won't rely on, okay, if the company says, okay, we have done the audit 2 months before and it was very clear. Now you'll not just trust them, you'll have their documents, even you'll ask for their schedules and who was the auditor, every details you'll take from them as an evidence, okay?
Yeah.
Because you will just not trust their, I would say, if they have said something, you're not trust that, you'll work on evidences here. Okay, then we have relationship management. Now, as such, like there are organization, then there are third party suppliers as well. Okay, and they, I would say, come up and develop something. So you need to, mutually talk with their third party vendors as well. You need to have a good relations with them also so that they speak up to you. Okay.
Yes. Sure.
Then we'll move on to some of the, yeah, so these are, I would say, some of the ISO standards. Okay. So 9001 is for quality. That's why we selected the 9000 series that in
Yes.
the, because it's basically dealing with quality. Then we have sub series of it as well. Okay, we have one, then any other like two and everything. So they'll deal with quality. Then for environment, health and safety, IT. So these are some of the basic ones. Then 2700 for information security, and so on. Like there are many. Okay, now we'll go with what's the integrated management system. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when we speak of management systems, it's like basically we are speaking about the whole organization. So, an organization, for example, needs to have like on what they are dealing with. Okay, so these are some of the, I would say, clauses and ratings that you can see here, 6.2 and everything. So
Mhm.
if you are speaking about objectives of management system, so in the 6.2 clause of this is have then just a second, I'm getting a call.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I'm back. So now, yeah, okay. So we are on our integrating management systems. So these are like various ISO standards that you can refer to. Okay, now what's this? Okay, if I would say more and more organization now manage like several compliances. Now, one going for an, I would say, ISO 9001. There's someone out there who is going into the same company for ISO 27001. Okay, so now
Mhm.
company needs to manage these as well. So that's why, like, to reduce all the conflicts and everything, this is how, if you are like, if you have your requirements one side, you have whatever in ISO, whatever you're dealing with. For example, in ISO 9001, you have checked your 6.2. Okay, you have checked that 6.2 clauses. Okay, good. Now what they'll do, they'll tell the ISO 27001. Okay, so this requirement from your clause, this clause 6.2 is been already been audited, so that you can just skip it and you know reduce the duplication of documents and all.
Oh,
So
okay, nice.
Yeah. So this is where we integrate. This is called as like integrated management system.
Yeah.
So like there like whenever now we go, okay, for medical devices, you have our ISO standard that you are studying like 13485. But you're also dealing with data and its security. So you need to follow these compliances as well. So in that case, this is much more important
Yeah.
and comes in handy. Now, speaking of the medical related field, we have ISO 9001. Now, it's basically related to quality management and it contains some good practices that aim to improve your customer satisfaction with related to like medical devices, achievement of customer requirements, regulatory requirements, and as well as like continuous improvements. Okay, there is no stopping. You need to continuously improve your things. So that's in when you can go with quality management. Like in ISO 9001, you speak of these. Then moving forward with ISO 1497. Now, this is the latest revision of a standard that was published in 2012. So it's the latest revision for that. Now, it specifies the requirements for application of a risk management system for like medical devices. Okay.
Mhm.
So for auditing your risk management systems, any of the risk if occurs, how you are dealing with it, to audit all of this, you have 14971. Then I would say we have ISO 1523-2. Now, this standard mostly proposes a methodology for development and presentation of symbols related to the medical devices. Okay. For example, we have various symbols. So, how will you interpret it? Okay. If you have developed some of your customized symbols as well, so you can just map it. What's the I would say so that everyone can understand it. So, the whole lot procedure you can find it in this symbol development, selection, and validation. Okay.
Mhm.
So it can be like mostly used by manufacturers and regulators to, for validating symbols. For example, if they are developing something, some symbol of that kind.
Yeah.
Then yeah, we have 623 double six as well, IEC. Now, this is a specific, like it specifies a process for a manufacturer to analyze, specify, verify, and validate all the usability of the safety of a medical device. Okay, so wherein if you're building your medical devices, how much it is feasible to use. Okay, is it usable or it's working properly into the environment. So for auditing these, you have this one. Then you can go for 62304. Now, this standard basically deals with life cycle. So, whenever you're developing any medical software, okay, now it's basically deals with the software life cycle. So, how you'll proceed with it, how you'll audit your software development life cycle. So, this will see into 62304. So, this was a like whole lot overview from your field in medical related fields. These are some of the standards that you can see to it as well.
Yeah.
Then we have history of ISO. Okay, let me have some water. Okay, so as I said, in 1996, they had a team and they met in London. They decided to have the organization. So the first publication was in 1996. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
So ISO issued their first standard for medical devices. It was ISO 13485 1996. Then they, just revised it. Then we have quality management systems, then medical devices, and every requirements application. So they also had ISO 9001, okay, which was mainly focused on quality systems. Then, yeah, in 1996, they had their ISO 13488 as well. It was like specifying I would say, in conjunction with most of the organizations, okay, with the applications of 9002. Now we have 9001 as well for quality. Now it's been, when you see 900, just I would say keep in mind it's all for quality management. Okay,
Yeah.
it de-
Yeah.
it's is dealing with all the quality managements. Then moving forward in 1997, they published like EN 46001 and 46003, which basically specified the additional requirements for quality systems used in manufacturing of medical devices. If you are manufacturing a medical device, you can have these as well, the additional things that you can deploy. Then in 2003, our ISO had like published the ISO 13485 2003 standard. Okay, so they revised their previous version and it represents the requirements for the quality management system. So the how will you verify or audit the quality of your medical device, then its design and who is the manufacturer and how it's been done and carried out. So everything. Now, when this was in effect in 2003, you like it cancelled all the 1996 and the further 13488 versions. Okay. Then lastly, we had a third edition of ISO in 2016, which again cancelled the 2003 version, and now we are here with the 2016 version to launch upon. Okay. Yeah. So now being with like what's 13485 we learned in the previous slide as well. So mainly it's for quality management system. Then we have various clauses in it which are requirements. So these are the requirement things if you want to get audited or if you want to get the certification from ISO, and that all requirements you need to study it, and then when you go for an audit we can just according to those requirements we can work upon it.
Yeah.
Then we have measure A and B, which is like in correspondence. When you have you like what's the I would say mapping for 2003 and 2016. Okay, I would say mappings. Like what were the changes made in 2016 and what was there in 2003, so that if someone has like if some company has done 2003 versions, now they want to shift to 2016 versions, so you can take the help of these annexures.
Okay.
Then Annexure B, yeah, explains the difference between 2016 of 13485 and 2015 of 9001. So these are just indexes and annexures. You can refer into these. Now, yeah. So now legal conformity is nothing but like in most countries ISO is mandatory, but like it's mandatory but not a legal requirement, but having it saves you from the legal consequences. Okay, so since you have your audits done, so you are like making it sure that you are complying with all the laws and regulations there. So it's important to have ISO. So these are some of the regulatory frameworks. Okay, when we come to I would say various countries. So in USA, you have a Code of Federal Regulation, Canada, and the European Union. So in USA, when medical devices are regulated, they are regulated by FDA, Food and Drug Administration, and the medical devices regulations, the FDA requires to have a quality management system based. Okay, so yeah, so in this, when you say of Title 21, it means the 21 CFR part. Okay, wait a second, just plug in my charger. Okay, I'm back. Then same for like Canada, they have these I would say directives, so that if when you are dealing with medical devices, so these are some of their frameworks and standards developed by them. Yeah. So like do you have any idea why you will adopt your ISO 13485?
To what should I say? To get the certification, to get CE marked, for example, to have the possibility to be commercialized, Like, no?
Yeah. Yes, you're on the right track.
Yeah.
Okay, so now basically just to have, as I said, commercializing and you want to enter into your market, you want to launch your medical devices, so you need to have some authority and trust over it, okay? So that, okay, my device has been ISO certified, so there are like everything which is required, the uh, like legal consequences and every, I would say, precautions and every procedure I have followed very correctly. So you will not just go and tell everyone, right? You will just have a certification and that certification will tell it.
Yeah.
So this is why we need to adopt our ISO. Okay. Now, dealing with quality circle. Okay. Now it's very much important to, understand when you go for an audit, it's important to understand how the organization is working in. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, these were first established in Japan, okay, in 1962. And like it was like a movement which was coordinated by Japanese Union of Scientists and Engineers. So yeah, so this was like a whole of history out there as well. But the major thing behind is, okay, the principle of these quality circles is to contribute to the improvement and development of the enterprises, then to respect humanity, to exercise human capabilities and everything. So whenever you go for an audit, you first understand how people are behaving here, there, and what's their structure of, engaging
Yeah.
with them, so that you can easily adjust into that environment, and then you can move forward with dealing with people. Then characteristics. For example, you need to have some, I would say, apart from auditing, need to have some psychological skills as well. So, for example, you can observe a behavior of a employee, and you can suspect him if said like any of the such kind of behavior, if it's in not providing any of the information. So you can just suspect and have a more in detail information about him as well. For example, pinpointing, then examining, okay, solving areas. So how the people solve the problems there. Now, why we are studying these? To know the psychology and to know the technique behind it. And once you know the process which is going on, you can just have prepared your questions. Okay, in this way, if I ask my questions, I'll get the best answer because they work according to so and so, I would say, mental mentality and everything. Understanding?
Yeah.
Now, total quality management. Now, what's it? Okay, it's nothing but it's an approach. Okay, so TQM, I would like in future. Now, I would relate TQM. If I say TQM, it's meaning total quality management. So it's
Mhm.
nothing but an approach, okay, that organizations use to improve their internal processes and increase customer satisfaction. So we'll learn about what's the approach and how it is done. But its basically motive is to have your customer satisfied, and even your employees and everything should work in harmony to achieve that. Okay, so if you are like, but obvious if your employees and everything are doing your works properly, so that you can build a better product out there.
Yeah.
Now, TQM is like something that will not happen overnight. Obviously, it's a process. It will take you some years as well to establish a best TQM in your company. Okay, so quality is maintained, everything is being managed, and to implement it, you'll have to work on it. Okay, then that there are some philosophies as well. For example, a company should integrate some this in every department of the company, so that it's like treatment. Should work on to adopt the seven important principles of TQM, and the quality is maintained in throughout the organization. So this is the motive behind it when we speak of quality management. Now let's see. Now, okay. So you have understanding for like definitions for each and every word here. Now, total means like everything should in everything wherever you go, your quality should be maintained. Okay, and everyone should be participating and working wherein I would say in harmony to achieve the quality of your product or your services. Now, quality, when you speak of quality, is nothing but like a degree, okay, or any of the ratings, okay. For example, out of 10, the quality of your product is 9, okay. So now take efforts to make it 10. So that's your approach right here. Then obvious management. So managing things is also important here. Okay, for example, you have a medical device developing or any medical software developing. You'll not give like much, I would say, much work to your manufacturers as well and your engineers as well out there. You have to manage it so that they can also, plan accordingly and they can perform their best.
Mhm.
Then yeah, now to integrate all of this, you have TQM, integrative philosophy for like, managing everything. Let's see the system model. Now, yeah. So TQM is basically collection of some principles and techniques. Okay. Then there are some best practices that you follow. Now every employee or in our organization, how they go forward. When you're developing something, you need to manage your people as well. Okay. Then how will do go with automation and all of these things. So this management can have as an approach there. Then yeah, so in we have 5 elements, for example, teamwork, then we have personal discipline in this, um morals. You should be you should uh, like all of the parameters here, and you do not tamper, not compromise in your, I would say,
Mm.
then quality circles, these are also essential to eliminate the waste and obstacles that will prevent your company from like, if you're having any obstacles or waste, you should eliminate it quickly so that you do not have to deal with it in the long run.
Okay.
You will be also open to improvements and suggestions as well. So in your company, if you're developing something, you should not like just order in everything. You should see whether a company is taking suggestions or how they are dealing with people who are giving suggestions, so that you can just have a quick overview about how the company is working here.
Yeah.
Now, Toyota Way. Now, what's this is like, it's basically again a principles or philosophy for your continuous improvement. And this we have a long-term philosophy. Now, this involves managing with like a long view, okay, rather than short term. You plan everything for a longer view. Then right processes, okay, obviously it's on your thing, okay, your company should obviously select the right processes so that you don't waste much of the, I would say, time of your company. For example, there are 7 types as well. For example, overproduction, then waiting time and everything. These should be not happening in your cases. So that's why you follow your Toyota way. Then moreover, you need to value the organization. Okay, by developing people, you have to value your human resource, your human developments as well. When we are speaking of developing something, developing a medical device, then solving the root problems. Okay, now whenever also you are auditing something, you will go for root cause analysis as well. To, okay, if there is a problem, why is it so, and you will go with that as well. So yeah, so like till now this was a very generic and basic one. Any questions in this?
No. Can you just like explain to me what is the what means a a an ISO standard is harmonized? Like, what's the difference with harmonized and not harmonized?
Okay, so harmonized in the way, I would say, like, um as I said, when some of the um like you are auditing ISO for example, you're auditing for 13485. Okay,
Mhm.
And now harmonizing means you're giving, if suppose, for example, you're in your production or development area, then now you need to audit to your accounts team as well. Okay, so you're harmonizing everyone in your company, in your departments. And then further non-harmonizing means like you're only centric towards your ISO 13485, and you are only dealing with the medical things out there.
Mm,
You can take it off like this. Okay,
okay.
so should we move forward now here
Mhm.
with our lead auditor trainings?
Yeah.
Now, yeah. So whenever you become a lead auditor, how will you certify your company? Let's see. So these are some of the steps when you are before the auditing you'll follow, then in the initial audit, and then in the following. So firstly, implement of the management system implementation. Like before the audit, you will see what all things you need to implement, you need to manage. Okay, for example, if you're going for an 1345 audit, you will first note down its requirements, you'll how will manage, jot down the timelines and everything. You will go for an internal. Okay, so now before a management system can be certified, it must like conduct any one internal audit, so that whenever any external audit have prepare for it, just like mock audit, you can say. So we'll prepare one internal audit, then selection of the certification body. Okay, now for example, here you have selected PCEB. So in that way, you select your certification body. Each certificate, like each organization, according to their needs, have the choice to select one.
Mhm.
Then a pre-assessment audit, it's like optional. You can I would say you can choose to do a pre-audit to measure the gap between the current. For example, if you have the 1996 standard done with you, so then you can now you want to do with like 2016 when you want to upgrade your audit standards. In that case, you can do this to analyze the gaps between it. The stage one audit is just a review. Okay, you just take some information and you verify that whether your like whether the organization is meeting with its requirements or standards. And yeah, so it's like basically not a very I would say in detailed audit, but an overview. Okay, you will understand, okay, at what age or at what stage your organization is. Then we go for stage two. You'll visit the site. You'll actually now conduct your audit. Okay. In this case, it is like basically it's implemented in organization only, and you need to have like the organization should support the auditor in providing all of the things that are required by you. Okay.
Mhm.
Now then you'll follow up your audit. Okay, if you in when auditing with the stage two, if you have encountered some of the non-conformities, in that case, um, as I said, if they are not providing you any of the document, or the question which you have asked, you haven't get the answer till, you need to follow up them to provide certain things. You'll
Mhm.
not just validate them once, you'll follow up, and after 2 3 follow-ups, then you will like write a non-conformity. Then confirmation of registration. So for example, if from your side you have given everything, now whether the like according to the condition, according to the report you have made, the registration, like the body will assess it and then decide whether they can give the certification to this organization or not. Then yeah, continuous improvement. Okay, so once you have like registered, you need to continuously audit within like 1 year, or surveillance will be held. So it's not just now you have certified, now you can do anything. No, you need to maintain it, and whatever improvements are which has been told by the authorization like auditing body, they have to implement it. So this is the whole lot of scenario or process when we speak of certification or getting a ISO certified
Mhm.
company. Then we have certification schemas as well. Now these are nothing but like there are some authorities out there in UK as well. In Switzerland, we have SAS. Then now what we do, they accredit. Okay, so for example, we have PECB, then we have another as well. So these are some intermediaries, or I would say these are your standards, but who will verify it? These verification and certification bodies will verify and provide you with the certification. So they certify organizations. Okay, then we have auditees also. So now you are into the auditee, you're training, you're under the stage. Okay, so with like a training organization, you are taking your training now. Then once you have trained, you will become an auditor, but once you have given your test and everything.
Mhm.
Okay, so PECB will certify you that okay, you have taken the training, you have cleared your exam. Now the certification value will certify you for auditors. Now, either you can work for a certification body out there. Okay, for example, we have DNV and other as well, PECB itself, or any of the other organizations. So they'll hire you. Okay,
Okay.
now again, vice versa. Now the I would say the game is reversed here. Now you will go into organizations and you will audit them, and then you will certify them with the ISO certification by these government authorities. So it's like in your hands. If the auditor gives a go check, then only the certification bodies will assign or will give up the certification for a company.
Yeah.
Now the accreditation authorities, ISO 17011. Now in general, just a second, I'm getting a call. Just a second.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah,
Hello.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry for disturbing like in between, but okay.
Oh, it's problem. No problem.
Okay. So this is like your accreditation authority. My screen is shared, right? Yeah. So in this, let's visit once in your web also. Let's see what they have. We have ISO 7001. Okay. Now, this is the basically I would say, sorry, 17001. Yeah. So this is how it looks like. Okay, now these are some of the documents, okay, that they have published. You can see it here. So this basically deals with I would say some conformative assessments. Whenever you form any or you find any conformities, you can just take into consideration, take this.
Okay.
Now it's more general. Okay, so whether it's like whether you're auditing for any of the certifications or any of the, I would say, for example, we have here 13485. If you go for any other things, you can always go through these as well. Okay,
Okay.
now moving to our, yes, so we have other as well. For example, we have ANAB accredited. Mostly EC Council follows ANAB accreditation. Then we have these all are the like most of the accreditation. partners, or I would say organizations. And it may vary according to like various nations as well. When you go into like another nations, we have it. We again have ISO 17021. This is also a certification body, okay, a third party wherein you deal with third parties. You can find these. So in this, you have your PCB, SGS, and all of these things. So certification, the procedure is same, okay, but in this, we deal with third party vendors, third party attestations, and all, so that you can audit them as well.
Okay.
Okay, so these are some of the personal certification bodies out there. Like we have ISO 17024. These are just like for your information, okay, for just to like so that you should know where you can find any frameworks or anything related to PCB. When you're auditing anything, you need to, provide a set of guidelines and um, I would say whole lot of procedures. So when you are like unable to procedure something, unable to jot down your procedure, you can take the help of these
Okay,
ISOs.
nice.
Okay, yeah, we are on section 4. Let's start section 4 after a short 20 minutes break.
Okay, nice. Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. So
Okay,
we
see you.
come back at 11 a.m. and 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
4 is all about now for like what's quality and how what's quality in medical devices and what are those as well. So let's see. So according to you, what does quality mean according to you?
According to me, you mean?
Hello?
Yeah. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. What did you say? I didn't hear.
Okay, so according to you, like what's quality? What we call it as a quality? Any ideas?
According to me, quality is a general definition because it applies on a lot of things like product, like for example, um, quality of this of a service, quality of a product, quality of our documentation. It means a lot of things, but for me, it is like a compilation of things to satisfy like a customer, for example, to satisfy
Mm-hmm.
a thing. I mean, so
Yes, so in
yeah,
the end, yeah, so in the end, whatever we are doing to satisfy our customers. So if anything that you are developing or any service, if it's intending to it, okay, if it's doing properly what it is supposed to do, then it is in its best quality. So as you can see here, like it can differ according to your needs and circumstances. But basically, in our case, when we speak of medical devices, how much secure or how much I would say customers have trust on your medical device, and whatever the customer needs, is your medical device following all of it? And if it does, it's in its best quality. So now to define it in a sentence, it's basically a degree to which a set of characteristics fulfill environment requirements. For example, if you have so and so requirements, if a product is satisfying all your requirements, then it's in best quality.
yeah, okay,
Okay, now when we speak of ISO 13485, it is not just any other like compliance thing. Compliance means it's like just you have some guidelines. You have guidelines as well, but it is basically more centric towards your customers as well, your customer expectations. So in this, we first thoroughly understand the customer expectation, and on that basis only you further audit your devices. right? And even in a world of like business and everything, your quality is your differentiator, I would say. That will make you stand out from like other competitors that you have.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
Now, yes, again. So as I said, like these clauses and some of the clauses from 9000 as well, and from ISO, they just aim to, aim for you to assess everything that's going on and to make sure that everything which you're developing is ultimately meeting the customer's requirements out there. Fine. Now let's move to its importance. Okay. Now, why is like good quality important? Now, but obvious, a good quality product will survive in the market, and once you have survived in your market, if your quality is good, you'll have profit out of that. Okay. Now, yeah. So there are some like consequences, or I would say the best thing about good quality is you'll get higher satisfaction, okay, from the customer's point of view. Then you can build your better reputation out there, okay. And even if you are building it right, you will have a less, I would say, waste products also in it, okay.
Mhm.
So this is like, yeah, so these are some things listed down here. So it will increase your sales, it will increase your company's reputation, and all of this. So it will just benefit you only if you follow, like if you are in your good quality. Now, to assure that you are in your good quality, we are having these some of the like compliances and audits that we are studying about. Now, yeah, so these are some of the determinants. Just determine, okay, these are some of the parameters that will determine whether your product is in its best quality or not. Okay, so you'll
Mhm.
measure about the, I would say, performances, what's your main product saying. Then you can just go on with, I would say, firstly, you'll move on with the requirements. Is your product up to the requirements or not? Okay, and then you can have your performance evaluation as well. Okay, so
Mhm.
you'll evaluate how well is your all of your medical devices are performing. Are they up to the mark? Okay, and
Yeah.
then we have conformance. So conformance is nothing but all the standards and expectation. There are some standards and regulations out there, right? So you need to follow those to like to achieve towards quality. Then you can see for aesthetics, designs, and your evaluation, how you evaluate your medical devices and everything.
Yeah.
uh, for example, if you have any mechanical or electronic product nowadays, so you'll measure its performances, you'll measure its accuracy, in terms of like all of the parameters that we have to measure it, how safer it is, okay, how its appearance, is it easy to use, is that product or device easy to use, feasible by the customers. So these are some of the, I would say, determiners that determine your quality. Okay, then yeah, so in like simplest way, if suppose you have a food product, so now if you want to like determine its quality, what will be some of the parameters? Can you have some insight on it? Like if there is a food product and if you want to determine its quality, what all things you will check in it?
For example, the taste,
Yes.
mm, the the visual aspect, maybe.
Okay, the measurement, but morely on like any more insights from you on this?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Any more aspects like on this, like for a food product, what will you see when, if suppose you are on your diet, so you need the best quality food, so what you'll see in it?
If the maybe, let me think, if the ingredients are best quality, for example.
Yes, that's
Um,
only how are they best quality ingredients.
uh, I don't know if they were like
Okay, let me help you out there. So just basically you'll see about the nutritions that are, coming onto your table. When we are having any food, what it tastes like, then what are its nutritional properties, the
Mm,
texture, and what is its expiry. Okay, since if you are purchasing anything, and if it like expire in suppose 1 day or 2 day, so that
yeah,
means it's the best of the product has been gone. Okay,
yeah,
so you're just having 1 month use. So these are some of the determiners that you can implement in this as well when you are determining your quality. Next, we have with the service quality. Determines of service quality is nothing but like how are you servicing or marketing your product out there. Okay, so for example, you like once we studied earlier as well, we have PECB. You had their service for complaints as well, right?
yeah, exactly.
So after deployment, how your how your organization or how your medical device behave, is it reliable, is after deployment. Once you have deployed it, you'll basically test it. Okay, you'll test inputs, and you'll do your live testing as well, and then you'll check on, okay, customer, what were the customer requirements, and are they up to the mark.